Plenty to talk about today. The good news is that Taraji, also known as Nika in the Philippines, is pulling away from Luzon. We still have some rain bands coming up the Cagayan Valley across the mountains here on the northwest coastline, but in general, this is weakening. And actually, according to JTWC, it's still a typhoon, but it has been downgraded from the Japan Meteorological Agency to now a tropical storm. And yeah, that's no surprise to me. Actually, you just have that dry air, the friction from the mountains here just kind of ripping it apart. Still got some impacts as we go ahead overnight heading into Tuesday morning, but in general, this storm system is going to continue to track off towards the west and slowly weaken out here. Very similar path to what we've seen with Yingxin, also known as Mars in the Philippines, where it's going to hit this shear and just fall apart as we go through Wednesday and Thursday. Back towards the east, though, we got another storm on tap, and that, of course, is our next one, which is likely going to be called Usagi. And you know what? Some of the guidance still clipping here the northeastern portions of Luzon. Let's take a look at its satellite imagery right now. And yeah, this is continuing to organize. I'm actually surprised JMA still has it as a TD as of recording this. It's probably going to go full tropical storm, though, and move off here towards the north and west. Take a look at the forecast tracked by the Japan Meteorological Agency. I know this is a hot mess, but they basically have it moving just off of the northeastern coastline of Luzon here. Good news with JMA, they have been kind of edging it further and further east, but point is, I mean, JMA is saying that, but GFS still expects that landfall, and so does the ECMWF by Wednesday night into Thursday. I'm actually a little surprised at how far JMA has kind of edged it further towards the north. I think that the Cagayan province, maybe Isabela, is probably going to be looking at another landfall here. I'm going to stand by that at least for today, just based on the dynamics, the setup here. I do see that trough, which could edge it further, but you have that high pressure ridge right there. So this is going to kind of track right along the southern edge of that into that northwesterly generally direction. So by Wednesday night, heading into Thursday morning, yeah, eastern Luzon again is going to be looking at yet another landfalling storm system here. So yeah, I'm not quite. We're going to continue to monitor that and see how that sets up. And then it's yet again another storm behind that, which I think is going to be another powerful setup, and that could be Manyi. Now, I know the last few days I've been saying, you know, Manyi probably is going to weaken out due to shear, but the guidance here over the course of the last about 2 model runs has been showing that storm system edging further towards the south, kind of missing out on some of that shear towards the north. You know, originally it was going to get some dry air shear over the Westpac high and cause it to weaken, but models have been kind of leaning now towards Manyi possibly coming on shore and bringing another storm by the weekend. In fact, we go back to this graphic here. You know, this is Wednesday over towards Thursday, but let's scoot this ahead into Friday through Saturday. Yeah, that's the ECMWF showing exact same landfalling spot around Dilasag that we just seen with Nika. The GFS thankfully does edge it further towards the north and east, but also does show a typhoon off the northeast coast of Luzon by the weekend. And then even behind that, could we get another storm? Probably not. It looks like ECMWF and the GFF both chilling after that. But 2 more typhoons in the forecast for the Philippines after the 3 we've just got. There's potentially 2 more out here, guys. There is a lot happening in the Western Pacific from 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you got these 2 still back here towards the east. This one, which is Manyi, is definitely going to bring some at least rainfall to Guam and the Mariana Islands as well. In fact, let's just pull up some of the rainfall forecast here. And yeah, you can see Guam, you can see Saipan here. As we go ahead through the day on Tuesday, it's going to be a wet go for Saipan. Maybe not so much Guam, but definitely the Northern Mariana Islands, including like Rota, are going to get in on it. And then this storm, of course, tracks further towards the west as we go ahead to Wednesday, Thursday. and then eventually heading into the weekend, if it still holds its act together, it definitely could bring some nasty weather. There's a lot happening here with both of these models, with both of these storm systems, and I wish it was a one and done. I wish we could just see this kick off towards the west and then call it a day, but we got to continue to monitor the other storms. Hopefully they weaken, hopefully they turn towards the north, but I think for the time being, that hope is what we got, but we're going to have to continue to monitor it. I think at the very least Thursday we're going to be looking at another storm, at least for northeastern Luzon. But don't take my word for it. Make sure you know the official information from Pagasa or whatever agency you follow out here. I try my best to keep you guys posted, but there's a lot going on, so make sure you continue to check back in. And also follow us at Western Pacific Weather on Facebook. Not just myself posting these updates, but we got a few other people who are keeping you posted here with some of the latest and greatest information there as well. So, yeah, I'll keep you posted. Number one thing for now, though, is, of course, continue to monitor these updates. And number one thing, as always, is stay safe out there, friends. All right. Big thanks for our Patreon members. And number one thing, too, I just said it. I'm repeating myself. Stay safe.